Hello guys, I am David. So I'm here today to actually tell you guys how I actually went through Blogger as a teenager. So I'm sorry that I cannot show my face right now because I don't have the proper lighting and the proper equipment to be shooting this video, but you are going to be hearing my voice as a proof that I am telling the truth. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of what I passed through when I started with Blogger. So when I started Blogger and why did I start? I started Blogger in the year 2022, and why did I start it? I started it because I found out that it was the number one way of earning online. Like I literally searched how do you make money online, how to make money online, and they showed me in a list blogging. And I think the second was freelancing or affiliate marketing, but blogging was there. So I took up the mantle and after grabbing information about blogging, after learning a few things about it, after knowing what they do and how they are paid, I finally took up the mantle and said, yeah, I'm going to start with this because it's something that is not ending. I need to hold up on a legacy. So I decided that, yeah, this will work for me. So my signing up was a bit tricky because I didn't know what custom domain name was and stop domain name was, and all those things connected with internet. And so although I did learn about it in school where they taught ICT and Cisco, but I actually was looking at it real life. I didn't know exactly what to do. So I found out that Blogger, after creating my first website, I found out that Blogger actually allows you to create a website where a proper noun and the name of your business is there. Something like you cannot just put health talks. No, you cannot just put that in Blogger because they'll probably tell you that, yeah, this username is not available. So what I now looked up how to put in a good correct custom domain name. So I now found out that you have to put a proper noun. That's Davis. I added the name Davis because I thought that on the internet you're not actually supposed to bring in your true self out. So I thought of an alias and I thought of something close to David, and I ended up with Davis. So I went to Davis Speak because the idea I had in mind was to literally post anything and everything. Yeah, it was crazy, but it kind of paid off. So when I signed up on blogger.com with my Gmail account, so I found out that Blogger has a default theme that is actually simple. Like I did not expect that. I thought that it would actually give me something that I signed up for. Like that's not what I signed up for. But I discovered that later on that Blogger is just a free website where you can actually hold up a website like a blog or an e-commerce website or so. So after I found out this about Blogger, I was actually devastated because I didn't even know where to start from. So I had to go to YouTube. Like YouTube was my friend in those years. I'm talking about 2022 right now. YouTube was my friend, my closest friend. So whenever I enter YouTube, I just search how to optimize or customize your Blogger theme or your website. So I met this guy, this channel, Live Blogger. So the guy actually walked me through, and he's based on HTML and CSS. So it's kind of I finally realized that creating a website actually has a lot of work to do than sharing that you created a website. You know what I mean? Like it's easier said than done, that kind of thing. So when I went through with customizing my website, I started with I downloaded a template from Blogger Template 224. I downloaded them, I installed them in my website. Then after that, I didn't know exactly what to remove and put, so I had to watch another video of how to customize it. So I did all this with another channel. I've forgotten. I think it's the same Live Blogger, but after doing that, I landed with my first post. I literally was into betting at that time, into betting as in sporty bets. Yeah, I was into that. So I found out that most people don't actually get into that because they think that it's gambling and it's very risky. So I decided to post something about them, like sort of a teacher. I decided to teach people about it. So I created my first article about knowing your bets or something like that. Knowing your bet slip. Yeah, knowing your bet slip. So when I did that, I had ChatGPT at the back of my head. Yeah. At that time, I discovered what ChatGPT was. ChatGPT was an AI website. Compared to now, ChatGPT has evolved over the years, because I remember that ChatGPT's information state was cut off 2022. That was that year. So probably it came out a year before or that year beginning. So I met this guy on YouTube, Gerald Dume, Online Hustle TV. So he actually walked me through creating an ebook. Like I was desperate to making money online. So I found out ebook was another way, but you had to have a something like a blog to do that. So that's where I found ChatGPT. So when I found ChatGPT, I was so excited that I had something that could help me write. I literally didn't know what was AI at the moment. So my first article was just more like a test, something like that. So I gave it a few words to, I didn't exactly know how to construct a blog post, but I knew what I wanted. So I just gave it to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT generated it for me, and I just copied and pasted it into my blogger and editing post page. Yeah. So after that, I included some pictures, and after that, I published everything, and I was waiting for views. So now, my expectations when I opened this blog was to actually hit 1,000 views in that month. Yeah, it was kind of crazy because I needed to make money fast at that moment, because I was tired of being stuck with mommy thank, my daddy thanks, that kind of thing. So I decided to go all out, and I needed to work myself out, although I did not actually add any effort into the learning about it. More like I was ignorant about the whole thing. So as time passed, I discovered that Blogger is always hosted by Google. Google owns it. So for any website to rank on Google search, SEO must be included. So after knowing this, I looked for another website to create a website for free. So I met WordPress. WordPress is good. It's like, I think it's the best, but there's some plans you need to pay for. You know what I'm saying? There's some plans you need to pay for, and I am financially limited, so I have to stick with the free things. So I'm not saying that I'm not still going to migrate to WordPress, but before I do that, I'm going to actually learn a lot of things on WordPress, because basically I know a lot of things and a few things now on Blogger. I have gotten good over the year with it. I think it's 2 years now, and this should be it's 2 years and probably 8 months or so. Yeah, probably 8 months or so. 2 years and 8 months. So probably by March it's gonna do 3 years on Blogger. And later, after my daydreaming and expecting, I found out that my time management was actually belittled when it comes to posting there, because I literally knew that a blogger needs to post consistently and frequently. So when I found out that my time was limited and coming up with ideas too was also limited, I actually put it on hold. Like, honestly, I put everything on hold. Like, I finally accepted that it was not my call. I'm going to try another thing. I think I'm going to go back to betting, something like that. So I discovered that I was not putting enough effort. So I began to search for the best niches to blog about. So when I did that, I found out that health was ranking. And health is a very vast, very vast niche. So it's not something that I'm just gonna post an article about and boom, you explode. So I needed to do something. I needed to start somewhere. So I took up the mantle. I created my first few health blogs, Health for You, because my mom is actually associated with the health medical care center. More like she's a physiotherapist by profession. So she has studied physiotherapy, and I'm sure you guys know what physiotherapy is. Physiotherapy is more like chiropractors, but this one, they don't pop your back. No, they don't do that. They just fix your muscles, your nerves, and your bones. Yeah, not bone, but your muscles and nerves. They focus on these two. So I thought about creating a website for her on Blogger, but it was not going to profit anything. So I just decided to shift the idea away. So I started with a few blog posts about cerebral palsy, because I kind of asked her what it was, and she told me, and I used that information to actually post 1 or 2 things about it after refining it with ChatGPT. So after that, I found out that maybe this is what I really like doing. So I posted on Facebook, and before I forget, the first view I ever had on my blog post, my first article was 2. Like, it was one from me and one from my twin brother. Yeah, he kind of supported me throughout the journey until now. So back to what I was saying before, I posted it on Facebook one time, and I shot up to 6 views, 16 views, 20 views, 24 views. Yeah. So over the time, I spread the word to my friends in school, because school actually limited most of my times. So I spread the word to them. I was so crazy about going into the computer life, into the development life, into web development life. So but I've not really given time to learn HTML and CSS and JavaScript and the rest. But by God's grace, I'm gonna do that in the next years to come. So I spread the word about it, and they didn't believe me. So one of my closest friend, my guy, the sister came up to me and told me that she needs to go viral. Like she had a business that she was going about with, and it was kind of a delivery sort of business. She delivers cake, small chops, chin and the rest. So as she did it, she contacted me on WhatsApp and told me that she needs me to write something about her. So I asked her for pictures, her business, what do you call it? Her business banner, I think, her business line or so. So after doing this, I finally crafted something. I gave it ChatGPT. I told ChatGPT to write something about so and so to. So when I did that, I started the pictures and everything. And after that, I shared it on my WhatsApp story, my WhatsApp status, Facebook. After doing that, I sent the link straight to her. So after I sent the link to her, I think I went back to school. I think 2 days later or so. So after that, in school, I was kind of obsessed about this whole blogging thing. So I was looking for a way to actually check my blog status on another person's phone. Like, it's normal because it's a business I just started, so I wanted to just check up on it. So in doing this, I now decided to pay my website a visit. It was not looking good, but it was given. At least I know that I have a website under me. So I had to wait for a few months later to actually check the amount of views that particular post got. So when I found out that the amount of views that it got was 150, I discovered that when you are actually doing blogging with Blogger, you literally need to share out your link. And I'm going to be doing a later video on the best websites you can actually give out your link, best platforms you can give out your link, and the best apps you can give out your link. So moving on, a few years later, because we are probably in 2024 right now, I decided to open another website under health, mainly for health, because I found out that the health niche was actually a good thing. So after doing that, I discovered that maybe if I start with some of my mom's work, I could actually go somewhere with it and actually make a difference. So I started out, I gave it a name. Custom domain name was daveteacheshealth.blogspot.com. Yeah, so I don't know, it should be right in the description below, you can check it out. But I gave the website the name Wellness with Dave because I felt that was the perfect website. And I said earlier that I went to Blogger Templates to download templates for my blog. So I actually gave this one a suiting template. It was, I think I said to myself it was the best. So as years passed, I think probably last month I got monetized through AdSense after trying for 2 years now for monetization. And I am going to be doing a video later on how you can actually get monetized on Blogger. Like, I'm going to come clean in that video. I'm going to tell you guys what I did and how long I had to wait and exactly where I had to go to look for help. So after I got monetized, probably I've been trying my best to keep up with getting views out there. So I just have to bend on my head and actually post at least 5 or 8 or 6 articles a day, and try to share them out as soon as possible. So currently now my Versatile blog, because that's the name of the first one, the Versatile blog is currently in 3,500 views since the day I opened it, and the health one is currently in 3,600 or so. So I don't know, I'm going to say that my journey through Blogger has actually opened my eyes to see that nothing good comes easy. So my advice now I'm going to give the new bloggers there trying to go into blogging without having a clear view of what they're actually getting into is when you take that bus, remember that you either do it or you do not, because along the line probably you're going to get discouraged because no views coming in. But trust me, when you hear or you see that AdSense has probably monetized you after 2 years of hard work, maybe this will kickstart everything. And my second advice now is don't waste your time on Blogger, because it's not that perfect as WordPress or so, but it has its own perks, same with WordPress too. So if you're going to be on Blogger, you can at least try for as long as you want. Then probably when you get the hang of everything, you can try paying for a web hosting platform like Hostinger and the rest, or Bluehost, and I'll prefer Hostinger because it's actually cheap. So when you do this, you figure out that you have actually mastered your need to know basics about blogging, and when you are into blogging with Blogger, you find out that it leads you, or it puts you on a path to become a web developer, because it has a lot of HTML and CSS to do it. So I'm going to be posting about videos of how I publish my article, how I customize my article, of how I customize my website and the rest. And if you found this journey helpful, I want you to hit the subscribe button and like this video so that you can get more coming from me. So this is David, and I am here to guide you on your blogging journey, both on Blogger and outside Blogger. So I will catch you in my next video.